Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to take you through on how to create a show name application in Android Studio. So we are doing the 30 days Android app development and this is the first day. So what we are going to do is this: we are going to create this application. The purpose of this application is that for you to know how to use XML and Java code. So let's create a new project in Android Studio. So we are going to use empty activity. We'll click on next. We'll call it show name application. Alright, so now I'm going to be using Java and API level 16 which is Jelly Bean. So I'll click on finish. So let's wait for my project to finish syncing. So alright, so let's open our XML. Now you can see that here we have the code section and we have the design section. Whatever we write here will display here, and here is the Java file. So here is the place that make the app to have function, while the XML is to display the things to the user, is to display the UI to the user. So let's start it by using a linear layout. Now we're using a linear layout so that it will be beginner friendly, and we're going to set the orientation as vertical. So in this application, what we needed is that we need a text view, an edit text, and a button. Now the edit text will be an input where user can type in his or her name, then click on the button to submit. Then the information will now display, the name will now display on the text view. So let's do it and let's see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a text view. This text view is a portion that will display the name to the user, and the next thing I'm going to create a text. I'll just set a text as name. When the information is being displayed, this name will disappear while the real name that we want will appear. So I'm going to set the text alignment as center. I will set the text size as 20 sp. When you are setting size, you use sp. So I'm going to move the text away from the top a little. So I will set 20 dp as the margin top. You can see that we are having error here. We need to set gravity center horizontal. Alright, so that is it. So the next thing we are going to do is to create the edit text. The edit text, will set it as match parents wrap content. So we are going to give an hint. Hint is a portion like a placeholder in the website, whereby as you start entering your information, the thing we wrote on the hint will disappear. So we are going to just write enter your name. So the next thing we are going to do is this: we're going to give a margin top as 40 dp so that you shift away. Let's make it 100 dp so that you shift away. Let's also shift this one away from the top by 60 dp so that it should come to the center one. So let's give an id. An id will be edit text, edit enter name. So the next thing I'm going to do is this. So the id is for us to be able to use to reference this layout in the Java file. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to also set an id to this text view also. So we set txt show name. That is what we decide to call it. You can give it any name of your choice. So the next thing we are going to give is button, whereby the user can click. So match parent wrap content, we give it, then text will be submit. So the margin top, let's give a margin top as 40 dp. All right, so let me just give it 100. I want it to shift away from it, so let's give an ID. We're going to give an ID of btn as the btn. The ID btn will be, let's just say btn submit. All right, so everything is done on this side. Let's just give a background to the button. Let's say background color, let's make it black, while we give the text color as white. So we use the code color. So let's make the text to be bold. So we say text style bold. All right, so the next thing we are going to do is to go to our Java file to reference all this and create a function to the button. So let's reference the text view first. So we create a variable for text view. Let's say text view show name. Then the next thing is edit text enter name. Then the next thing will be button, which is button submit. All right, button submit. So we are going to, now we have created variable for all this, the text view, the edit text, and the button. Now we are going to reference them by the ID. So the text view show name is equal to find view by id arrow dot id dot. The next thing will be arrow dot id dot, I think we use text view show. All right, so the next thing will be edit text. Edit text enter name is equal to find view by id arrow dot id dot edit text enter name. That is the ID we gave from the XML file. So the next thing will be button. We say btn submit, button submit is equal to find view by id arrow dot id dot btn submit. Now we are going to create a function to this button that when a user click on the function, as the user click on the function, it would, as you enter the user enter the name on the edit text and click on the button, it will trick the button. We have a function which will pop up the name in the text view to show the user's name. So say button submit dot set on click listener. Let it listen to the click listener that a user has clicked the button. New on click listener, just enter, then it will give you the autocomplete. So we are going to set a string variable called name. You can use anything you like. Is equal to edit text enter name dot get text dot to string. So now this variable created is to get the information the user entered from the edit text. When he has gotten the information, what are we going to do? We want to first of all validate to know if the user has not entered anything. You just decide to click submit. So we say name dot is empty. If there is no name there, what should happen? We give an error message. Say edit text dot set error. We now set, we'll call it please enter name. So what if the user has entered his or her name? What are we going to do next? We say else. Then let the function, let now create our function. So what will be our function on this button? We'll say text view show name dot set text. We put the name. So any name the user enter, it will be showed on the text view. So let's just put a message, like concatenate a message to make it more fun. We'll say hello plus this name that the user enter, then another concatenation of plus how are you today, how are you today. So you can see, so everything you can see there's a little error, there's a little warning, just suppress the warning. So let's run our app and see how it's going to be. So let's just wait for it to finish building. So you can see everything is set. Let me try to click on it without entering information. You can see showing please enter name. So let me just enter my name. You can see hello Monday, how are you today. So you can see it's as simple as that. So thank you for joining me in this tutorial. We'll see on another day. This is day 1. So thank you. See you next time.